Well, when I first met with my general practitioner, I was told that I had monoclonal B cells and I had to have lymph node resected. And so I did a lot of research before I even saw the oncologist. So I knew all about watch and wait, or at least I knew a lot about it. So that was helpful to me because normally, rather than being in shock when you're given your diagnosis, I pretty well knew that was coming and was able to ask some questions and get some answers. I came to the conclusion, not before I was in watch and wait, but afterwards, that really watch and wait is the new normal, or is the normal, and you have events in between. So prior to diagnosis, you're in watch and wait whether you know it or not, because if we live long enough, we're going to experience cancer, whether it's lymphoma or something else. You get your diagnosis, you're in watch and wait if you're not in an aggressive form, and then you get your treatment, and then you go back and watch and wait again. So you better get used to watch and wait because we're all in it for the long haul. Yeah, when I first researched watch and wait, I came from a background like most of us where you're diagnosed with cancer, you better treat it right away, and if for some reason they won't treat it, either they don't have a treatment for you or the prognosis is terrible. And so when you're told about watch and wait and you're in stage 4 cancer, you automatically are in shock until you really understand that this is not a solid tumor. Blood cancers, lymphomas are quite different, and if it's not an aggressive form, there's no advantage to being treated right away. Enjoy your life, do all the things that you wanted to do, and while you still can, prior to treatment, and then after treatment, you're going to have another watch and wait opportunity. I've been managing my CLL and my watch and wait state by basically being very active. I'm active with the Lymphoma Canada, volunteering. I spend a lot of time on educating and understanding my disease. I travel more, I work out, I spend time with my family and all the things that you always wanted to do. And it's really a blessing in one way to be in watch and wait because it makes you be mindful of every day. I've been in watch and wait for 4.5 years now. My perspective early on was being a scientist, being an engineer, trying to learn absolutely everything that I can about the disease so that I can be an advocate for my own health care. And as I got more and more information, became more and more comfortable with watch and wait, with making the most of watch and wait, and knowing that there's such an artillery of treatments now and coming up every month. The longer you're in watch and wait, it's a blessing because something new is coming up, something better. And even if you do need treatment, that by the time you need treatment again, if you do, there's going to be something even better. If someone is told for the first time that they have a blood cancer, that they're going into watch and wait, they first of all need to take a deep breath, get out there, talk to people who, there are oncologists, there's patient support groups, and really understand why you're going through a watch and wait and why it is the right approach for this type of cancer. And I think the other thing that's really important is to make sure that your loved ones, your family, friends, if you're working, your company knows what's going on because it's going to be rough. You're going to have some bad patches, but it's amazing how your body and your mind adjust, and all of a sudden, this is my new normal, and I'm going to enjoy life, and I'm going to learn more about my disease, and I'm going to do things I've always wanted to do, and I'm going to die of something other than my disease.